What's up YouTube, LWSG here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up these sliders, the CPU vCPU sliders. First thing you want to do is make sure that your game speed is at 54 in the main menu. Once you did that and load into your game, you want to go to your options, go to CPU and user sliders, hit load. You want to search up my online ID, which is Lupus Warrior -17. Then these sliders will pop up. You want to hit CPU vCPU slider speed 2, and bam, there it is. It's right there. Now you want to go to your gameplay and do this for both teams. Defensive settings, real easy. Go to stay home. That's it. Go to offense settings, crash offense board, and tempo, shoot at will. For coach settings, make sure your ace is only for offense. Make sure timeout is auto. You can use player minutes, auto or manual. You know, you can manually do this, you know, in the menu for your team, have players come in and out or whatever. So it don't matter for player minutes, substitution auto, substitution method, rotation. Shout out to MJ. He said he got pretty good rotations, players that he said to come into the game. They came into the game and they played. So keep this at rotation, offensive play calling and defense, play calling auto, late game fouling auto, freelance, order, dynamic, freelance, series, repeat, do not repeat. Coaching sliders, you can keep help defense, you don't have to touch it, but for run play frequency, in the last set we had this at 100. Right? Don't have it at 100. We're gonna do the opposite. Have it at 0. With 0, what it does is it allows your players to have more movement, more freedom. They're gonna run plays out your playbook, anyway. But with run plays frequency at 100. It's set plays, which means you have to be in a certain position or certain, let's say a certain point or area on the court to run a certain play. Meanwhile, at 0, you're still gonna run plays, but it's more in a freelance way, more ball movement. If somebody gets stuck here, they will pass it back out, and another play will run. So it's definitely more realistic like this. Even for user and CPU gameplay, user vCPU, I recommend you have the CPU you're playing against run plays at 0. It'll help for fast break, it'll help for running plays. For bench depth, also forgot, zone usage, you can have it at 8. NBA defense rarely play zones, but every once in a while you'll see them play like one zone a game. Alright, for bench depth, but this really don't matter. You can use 100. It don't matter. It's your team. But what's really important, have this at 0. That's really important. Alright, for your bench depth, whoever you gave minutes to, you wanna have the same number to use it, to replicate or to match it. Like I said in my previous video, my all-star game video, you want to have this to the players you give minutes to, because if you have it over players who you didn't give minutes to, they will get in the game. So I don't know who's in the game for this game. I don't know, but let's just say you running a 10-man roster, 10-man game plan where you got your starters and 5 people coming off the bench. You'll have this at 5. Most teams in NBA run a 5, a 10-man rotation or 12-man, which would make this 7. So it's, whoever you give minutes to, just make sure you match this to that. Remember, from counting, your 6 man gonna be your first player. So you start at 1 at 6 man. Bench utilization, I put this at 70, but you can use 100. But 70, because you don't want them to have as much playing time as starters, but you want them to have playing time. Lineup performance factor 100. I want to say before I end this video that the playbook that you choose will determine how your team plays. Even though this is on 0 right here, your team's still going to run plays from your playbook. So this is where you, the coach, you, the scout, you, the shooting coach, wherever role you put yourself in, this is where you come in, because this is where this basically determines the place you see your team run. If you want to ISO heavy, play or game for your team, you pick that playbook. You can make your own playbook. So in order to pick your own playbook or add your own playbook, just go to assign plays, go here, hit R2 one time, hit load, and bam, you can search any playbook or make your own, like I would recommend you do. But like I said, this is where you, the coach, wherever role you're playing in, this is where you determine how good or how bad your team play. Like, for this, you gotta know if your players are really good at ISO. You gotta know if you got shooters. You gotta know if you got different strengths and weaknesses in your team. This is where you come in, and this is where you, the coach, or whatever, like I said, whatever role you playing, this is where you come in and you can decide how good or bad your team plays. But the settings you just seen, you want to do it for both teams, and once you're done, you want to go to choose sides in the middle and basically start your game. That will be the end of this video. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm going to drop another video after this video on how to set up your MyNBA. Like I said, these are the basic settings to use for these sliders for any MyNBA quick play, wherever you want to use for these sliders. But I'm going to show you how I set up the MyNBA. These are made for MyNBA, but you can use it for quick play. But I want to show you how I set up my NBA so I can get a good experience with these CPU sliders, and how I stay in the game and it be entertaining to watch. But nonetheless, I see y'all till then. God bless.